but like deathbed confessions.
I lost a portion of our house savings on a crypto moonshot and haven't told my wife.
Toby doesn't like to talk about his adoption process. I blocked my friend's situationship for her.
I heard the fucking bed frame banging up against the wall, and now you're having some after sex cigarettes. I know it all.
Welcome to the Blonde Highlight Show. Give it up for your hosts, Kris and Kyle Hennessy.
Welcome back to Blonde Highlights.
Hey, ladies.
Hi, everybody. I just got to go on a relatable rant right now. Do you ever just get running late and you're flustered and then you start sweating, and then once you start sweating, you are doomed?
Yes. All the time.
Okay,
and then that's when the hair starts sticking to the face and to the lipstick, and you can't cool down, and then all of a sudden your pants feel so tight, you can't pull them up, you can't like move. It's a whole thing.
Literally, I'm having the craziest hot flash. It's not even hot in LA, but I'm like leaving. I'm trying to rush out of there. I'm just like, oh my God, I am warm. It's like humid in my bedroom. I was just like panicking. I get down the steps to the car, and then I'm like, oh my God, I forgot a change of clothes. I forgot a few other things. I had to run back up the steps, run back down the steps, and then get here. And then I came up here. Oh my God. And she was just sweating. And here's what makes it crazy. I'm wearing a button-up shirt with a white collar and a shit ton of bronzer as I'm sweating. God. It's running down my face.
Is it all over the collar?
It's starting. Yes, it is. Yes.
You know what? I feel like makeup smudges on like our hats and our collars is just very Blonde Highlights coded. Because the girls are wearing a tanner. We're covering up our face a bit. You know what? It's just all part of the brand.
It is. And I ran out of setting spray. So it's not even set. It's just, they're free to run down my white collar.
They said, you know what? She's having a freak out. We're getting the hell out of here.
Yes, exactly.
But we're going to let her know that we did try to do our part by staining her shirt.
Yes.
This could have been your face if you used your setting spray.
Exactly. Oh my God. I do feel like I'm cooled down a little bit. We're starting about 30 minutes late just because I was having a freak out.
Listen, when the hot flashes start, they don't stop. Like when I'm on my period and I have a hot flash, I'm not an overly sweaty person. Like I don't sweat a lot. But let me tell you, when a hot flash comes on, it's running down. Like I'm terrified of this perimenopause bullshit. I am terrified because I am going to overheat. And then it just makes you grumpy because like your hair all of a sudden is sweaty and maybe you just styled it. Like it's a whole thing. It ruins everything.
Exactly. Well, you know this probably more than most people. When I am like starting to get sweaty, like I can get really bitchy. Like when I'm like have to look cute and have to be on time and the sweat has started, there's no, I'm not the nicest sometimes. Like I'm so snappy and so bitchy, and I don't know. And that's why
because who's nice when this is happening? This is so normal. Like I'm the same way. Everyone's the same way because all of a sudden your body's just like acting up and it's just like, stop.
Well,
but you have to keep going.
That's the thing. And then it gives you anxiety because you're sweating. But then now that you're like sweating, like it's just like the anxiety makes you sweat more. And it's a revolving circle of chaos.
It's not a good look.
No. This is why.
No. It sucks.
Exactly.
Not a good look.
Relatable rant. So I think everyone can feel for this, but Jesus.
You know what you need? You know remember those blue blotting cloths that were like a thing? I don't even know where to find those anymore. Yes. You need those. Everyone needs those in their bags.
All I found was like little tissues.
No, because that takes the makeup off. You need the blue blot patches. You know what? Sponsor us. They need to sponsor us.
They do. Exactly. Really? That would be perfect. Just me starting every episode, just like blotting with those things, going through a case of them. But I'm being very careful with the tissue because the thing with tissue is that it can come off and then you can have little white pieces of tissue stuck to your sweaty face.
Yeah. No. Nobody zoom in on this. So this week we decided to do another deep dive on Reddit. We have confessions. I actually found, this is so morbid, and so I didn't do too many, but like deathbed confessions. and a little bit of advice, as well as am I the asshole?
Oh my
I
God.
just went on Reddit and I just picked up all the good shit. I was
Yeah.
like, this is good to talk about.
Just skimming for the best of it all. We gotta switch it up. Wait, so Deathbed Confessions, is that a whole page?
That is a whole world of its own. Sometimes it's the nurses coming in and saying like the weirdest confessions that they've heard. People are confessing murders. They're confessing children that nobody knew that they had. They're confessing a whole lot of things. This one man, I was like, how dare you confess that his homemade meatballs that he was like award winning for and like the family always praised him for on his deathbed told his family store-bought. By the way, all of those were store-bought.
Wait,
Croaks.
wait, Deathbed confessed to, just so you guys know, my balls are fake. I didn't make them.
Like, it's wild. If you're bored, deathbed confessions. And I have a couple here, so hopefully we'll get to them, but some of them are just because a lot of these people too, if they're older, they have like dementia, they have Alzheimer's, but they're going back in their brains so far back that like they're spilling some tea.
That's crazy.
From like their 20s.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. But you would think they'd be better than the fucking meatballs, but like that, like, oh my God, that's such a good subject to get into because we're just morbid enough to handle some weird deathbed shit like that. You know what I mean?
I know. Our next one should be just deathbed confessions.
Yes. Do you know what I wish we could do? And I know this is definitely not legal to do, but I wished we could have like a hospital nurse or like a hospice nurse on. They can't because of HIPAA laws, but oh my God, to tell us stories from people when they pass and like the crazy shit that happens.
That's all on these stories.
But yeah, but I'm not
It's
talking
all
about,
in this.
I'm not talking about confessions. I'm talking about when they start seeing ghosts and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've heard a lot of this when people start passing, like they literally start talking to people. There's people in the room with them and the nurses are like, what the hell? Like I know a lot of nurses that's like worked in hospitals and stuff, and they all have the most insane paranormal stories of people passing and like random shit that happens while they're passing.
Or how about the random shit and the crazy shit that happens when elderly women get a UTI?
What's that?
Because I don't know why. I don't know the scientific reasoning behind this, but it's an actual thing. So when elderly women, like maybe like 80s, 90s, like whatever, when they get a UTI, something happens in their bodies and they lose their minds a little bit. My great grandmother tried to push my little sister out nursing home window when she had a UTI.
Oh my God.
And we couldn't figure out what was wrong with her. She was freaking out. She was aggressive. She's like the sweetest lady. I mean, my Grammy would be holding a cigarette. We would take her out and like she would still want to smoke a cigarette and she'd have like one puff and the rest of it was just like 6 inch of ash. Like, you know, she was that old, but she just wanted that one little puff. And she was the sweetest lady until she got a UTI. And then and we didn't understand it. And then the nurses had to explain to us, listen, this is what happens. So I have this girlfriend who said like her great grandma is like, you know, going a little senile. And I said, check to see if she has a UTI, make them check. And she had a UTI.
Oh my God.
It's a crazy phenomenon that happens.
That's insane. I did not know that. This explains a lot.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Oh, and she slapped my Grammy slapped my little sister before she tried to push her out the window, which obviously didn't open, but she tried to push her out the window.
Oh my God. That's insane. I did not know that. Oh my God. That's like the fact that like syphilis, okay, not comparing UTI to syphilis, but when you think about it, syphilis used to be deadly. Like now you just get a shot or whatever, but it used to make people crazy, like because there was no cure for it, or no, they didn't have the antibiotics for it. So when people got syphilis, they went fucking batshit crazy and eventually would die. And like a lot of history, it is like that makes sense if they actually just had syphilis and went crazy.
Yes,
because
bodies, man, they're fucking weird. They're
Oh
weird.
my God. Oh my God. That's so crazy. You know what? I was reading, I went to the doctor yesterday and I saw like some test results and my hormone levels are a little off. It's probably because I've just like, I forgot to take certain things. I don't know. But anyways, I'm like, oh, my hormone levels are off. Is this why she's a little extra crazy lately? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. That's exactly why.
Like I
My
literally read
hormones are
that.
always fucking off, and I'm always batshit crazy. Like, it's hormones. Blame it on the moans.
Yes.
Okay, should we get into a confession?
Yes. Okay, so this confession is I lost a portion of our house savings on a crypto moonshot and haven't told my wife. And so basically they had this money saved up to buy a house and he had thousands of dollars in it. And he's all like crypto bro. And he was like, okay, there's this thing going on. Everyone was saying like, this is going to be a shoe in, just like invest this money. So he put like $4,000 in and it actually like he lost all of the $4,000. And so now he's like trying to do random other things to like make extra money. So did not tell his wife.
Okay. Dude, I would be livid.
Right?
I would be so livid. I'd be like, you took that $4,000 and you did what?
Exactly. And fucking crypto.
You did what with this? Yeah. No.
Oh my God. Like, and he said he lost $4,000 and the time at 48 hours, he was fully liquidated. I would be so fucking pissed.
And so what does he think he's going to do? How is he going to, if you can come up with this side hustle money so quick, why isn't your fucking saving account through the roof right now? Why is it only at $4,000? This shows me that you could be doing a lot more for this house.
No, exactly. I don't know what you mean by that.
So he's saying, okay, so he had this $4,000 that they were putting into the account, right? So they're saving for a house.
Yes.
He took said $4,000 and he has gotten rid of it.
Yes.
Right? Idiot mistake. And now he's saying that he's doing everything he can to put this money back in.
Yes.
Fast enough so she doesn't see it, right?
Yes, exactly.
That shows me that this whole time you could have been doing what you're doing right now to hide the secret. You could have been doing all of this to put fast cash into the savings account, which tells me that you're not working hard enough.
Exactly.
So not only have you done an idiotic mistake, you've also proved yourself that like you're not coming up with the coin when you could be.
No, exactly. I didn't even think about that aspect
stone.
of it. It was like, well, if you could make up that $4,000, then you could have just saved another $4,000.
Why are we in this situation if you could be working that hard this whole time?
Oh, hell no.
See, no, I looked at it from a complete wife perspective. She said, what are you doing? I'm not even that mad anymore about that. I'm more pissed that the whole time we only have $4,000 in our account when you could come up with fast cash. See that?
Exactly. Okay, so this one, I think you're really going to like this one. But basically, this was an advice question. And they're saying, my friend gave me his dog, but I'm seriously considering giving it to his ex-girlfriend. Should I?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That's so messed up.
Right. Yeah. So he like when they broke up, he took the dog and it's like this golden retriever. They were together for like 10 years and have had this dog for a really long time. And then he got the dog. And then all of a sudden he's like moving or whatever. And he's like giving it to his best friend to take over. And his best friend was like, I only accepted the dog because I was thinking like, I'm going to give this to your ex.
Oh my God. Okay. So he was giving up the dog.
Yes.
What an asshole. He didn't even call the ex first.
I know. Isn't that insane?
Oh my, yeah, no. I'm heated right now.
Right?
That is not okay. That is not okay. And the person who's taking the dog, angel, sent from above.
Right? That's what I thought too. Like he's a good guy, he sounds like. And
yeah.
And that's just crazy too that the dog is going to could go to some like random other place instead of back with like what was his mom forever. And what it reminds me of is like, do you know how these guys, like when they get divorced, they start fighting for full custody of the kids?
Yeah.
And then it's like they have no clue like how to fucking take care of the kids on their own. And they're like fighting for full custody. And then you hear these stories where these women have been like, sure, I take them. Take full custody. That's fine. You know, and then the next thing they know, it's like they're trying to pawn the kids off on their mom, like the ex. And it's like they come begging back, like, hey, these are your kids. You're a terrible mother. Why do whatever? And she's like, well, you wanted full custody.
Mm-hmm. And that's what's happening with this poor dog.
Right.
Oh my God.
It was always about winning the battle and never about what's actually logical or what actually matters.
I just think it's disgusting. Like, unless your dog is highly aggressive and you have small kids or something that you know, or like you're putting yourself or other people in danger, I think it's wrong when you have a dog and then you just give them back because maybe they're inconvenient to you now.
Right? Yes.
Like, I can't speak about it too much because I don't know if you can tell, but I have the shadow here beside me and it's actually Toby.
Yeah.
And that's what happened with Toby. Look at his little angel baby. Yes, open your eyes, Tobes. But one day I decided to go online and I found this dog here. And they literally told me that they were going to send him to the kennel if they couldn't find an owner because they had a new baby. They couldn't give Toby the attention. He was 4 months, couldn't give him the attention, and they were going to move to China.
Oh my
and they
God.
were just going to abandon him.
Oh my God.
I know. Oh my God, I know you're so sensitive to it. He doesn't like to talk about it.
I love to hear pets rescue stories.
I know. Look at this guy. See, we rescued Charlie because a girl I used to work with, her mom had this like puppy litter. Oh, I told you he's emotional about it. Toby doesn't like to talk about his adoption process. But Charlie, I know. You're home now, baby. You're home now. Charlie, he was being bullied by his brothers and sisters so bad to the point that like she was only getting rid of Charlie. So we got to take him.
Oh my God.
Because it was for his own goodwill. Sit down, chubbies.
Oh, and I love the stories too. And it's like when the dog, they get like a street dog. Like this was the stray from the streets. You know what I mean? Like it was living a life on the like streets. And then they come up and they're living up in a cute ass little like suburban little neighborhood. And it's like, oh, they got a second life.
They got a second. That's what I feel like happened with Toby, but opposite. So Toby was like, he wasn't allowed on their couch. They lived in a condo, so he didn't get outside time. Like he was like squeaky clean. And now he comes to our house and he slept in a cage. Now he's like on our bed. He goes on the couch. He's outside. Like you've seen, he pulls in like half trees. Like he's like rough and tough. I think he's like living out his dirty, gritty lifestyle now. He's literally chewing laundry behind me now. I have a few here. And this one, I don't know how I feel about. I kind of agree with it though. I blocked my friend's situationship for her. My best friend wouldn't stop talking about this guy who treated her like garbage. So one night while she was in the bathroom, I blocked him on her phone. She thought he ghosted her and had a full emotional breakdown. But honestly, she's thriving now. I've never told her I'm basically a villain with good intentions.
Yeah, never tell her that.
Never.
But good on you.
Like, never. Like,
sometimes you just got to do that. I feel like, I don't know, like it's in her. I'm sure it was in her favor. Like,
I just feel like sometimes a best friend can see when someone's truly, truly toxic and is truly damaging. And honestly, like if this person was like just being so awful, I think it's warranted because sometimes it takes a moment like this to break through. And now she's thriving. So clearly it wasn't the love of her life. This guy wasn't bringing anything to the table for her. So I think the friend did her justice.
I think so too. And it was just like one guy. There's so many other ones out there.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, honestly, if she found out, she'd probably hate you. So never tell her.
Yeah. Well, maybe like in the future, she wouldn't hate her as much, but like, But don't tell her.
Yeah, just don't tell her. You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know how this could turn out for you.
No, exactly.
Just, you're safe now, hun.
Yeah.
Let's not jeopardize that.
Exactly. Okay, so this is more like it isn't an advice submission, but it's like more just like this is kind of funny, and I just like feel like we need to just talk about this. And this is this woman saying, my husband's interview went great until they accidentally sent him what they said after my husband disconnected the call. So he had a job interview over like Zoom or whatever like that. And it was like recorded. And somehow or another, they ended up sending him after the call on accident. Like, and it was like the recording was saying, they made comments about his appearance. One even said, I hate his fucking man bun. Referred to other companies as like bougie, talked about stealing business from competitors in a petty, aggressive way, and said they were put on another business out of business. And they praised men who can fight and go for a beer later. But basically, I don't know. We don't have to add all that. But I'm just saying, like, yes. So he was on the call, and they just basically ended up sending him a recording of him just talking mad shit. Talking mad shit about him and his appearance, his fucking ugly ass man bun, which justified.
Why would they send him that?
It was an accident.
Okay, so they were on the phone. He had this interview, got the job, and then they hung up. And then the company and everybody in the interview talked the purest shit about him.
Yes.
Oh my God. That's my biggest fear.
Really? Yes, I know. But also like
that's my biggest fear. Like you can't come back from that.
No, you can't. No. And it's like, so obviously he's not getting the job anyways, but oh my, that's fucking crazy that happened. And, but honestly, like a fucking man bun.
No, I know.
Like
you're asking for it.
That was 2016. That was a weird fucking era in 2016.
Have you ever done that though? Have you ever accidentally called someone or your phone pick up the name of who you're talking about and then it calls them and they hear all the shit that you're talking, or never like you didn't hang up? Have you ever done that?
No, because I'm paranoid about it. It's my
Me
worst
too.
fear. My worst
Yes.
fear ever. I'm always like, if I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me check my phone real quick. She did this.
I know. Sometimes when the tea is like burning hot about someone, I turn my phone off because I'm so paranoid.
Oh my, yes, exactly.
I'm so paranoid.
They got a PI hacking in.
Yes. Honestly, it happened to my mom. And then that's when I found out that type of thing can happen. And that's when I got real careful.
Oh.
Because you can't unhear things.
No, you can't. You know what I almost did like a week ago is, there was some drama in my life and involving like a group chat situation. And after it had all gone down, I had to get back in the car and I was pulling out of this parking lot and it was like, my mom was calling, this was going on, something else was happening, like whatever. And I was trying to just like hit something on the phone to like whatever. I hit the audio record button. Now, mind you, I wasn't talking to anyone. I was in the car, but I'm sure I was just like, God damn it, the traffic or something. I don't know. But after all this went down, I was everywhere. Like, oh my God. I cannot believe I hit that record button, because I've accidentally like done that where I sent the audio recording. I was trying to delete it. You know what I mean? Like where I've like sent it to record it. I'm like, oh, I messed up. So I go back to delete it and then I've accidentally sent it. And so I was like, oh my God, I have to stop right now because I don't want to accidentally send this voice note, even though there was nothing on it. But after the drama just went down, I was like, oh my God, that'll be ammunition against me. I can't.
Have you ever sent a screenshot to the person that you're talking about? For instance, hypothetical, let's say you and I are talking shit about Mark and Alex, and I take a screenshot of something that Mark and Alex sent to me, and then I send it to you. I go to send it to you, but then I send it to Mark and Alex. That's never happened. It's just an example because I'm trying to trigger Alex.
I feel like I've done that before. I've done that before.
I've done that.
Yeah, and then you got to try to come up with a reason of what that actually meant. That's not what you were doing. Or you just got to say, yeah, bitch, I was talking shit. What about it? Yeah, you caught me. You caught me.
What are you going to do now?
Yes.
You know how I really feel.
Sometimes you just got to be like,
Alex,
yes.
you didn't say anything. Are you upset? He's texting.
What did he say? What is the screenshot?
Oh my God. He sent Mark a text message saying, blonde highlights is the worst. He sent a screenshot to the chat. Oops, wrong person. I just love to trigger Alex.
Oh my God, Mark's reading that and he's like, oh my God, drama is going down.
Oh, Mark's going to start texting. Oh my God.
Should we just pretend like that actually was a real thing that happened and we're fucking pissed?
Yes. Yes. I do it all the time, to be honest, Alex said. Yes, because like your brain goes so fast and then you're so in the moment of like what you're about to screenshot and send that my brain associates the person's name. And then all of a sudden I'm like, text that person.
Yes.
It doesn't slow down, so I'm busted. I've done that countless times. It's horrible.
Do you remember when we did that too? We were DMing with a famous musician. We can't talk about genre or whatever. And you sent the wrong message to her. And it was about another celebrity that we were trying to get on the show. And she's like, well, I don't do that. And I don't, whatever. Do you remember?
Yeah. Yes.
Because it was someone I was a fan of. Like, I'm a very big fan of this person. And then it was something like, who else would we be messaging? I don't know. But it got sent to her and she's like, yeah, I don't know. I've never done that. Or that's not me or whatever.
That's not what I do. But
yes.
And I was like, oh my God.
I know. You do get a little flustered and you're like, and you like not about it, but you just get flustered and you like make mistakes sometimes when it comes to stuff like that. And I'm like, you gotta like take a deep breath and just like let it go. You gotta simmer. Like I always try to like simmer in it for a minute. Simmer in a minute for a minute. Because if I just go off of whatever, I am like just chaotic. I'm messing up things. I'm saying whatever wrong, or I don't know. Or the worst is when you're about to read someone to filth in a text message and you're in a rush and you're just like angry and typing and there's a bunch of spelling errors and grammatical errors. And it's like, no, you need that shit to be perfectly proofread before you read someone to filth in a text message.
Well, here's the thing is that sometimes if somebody sends me a long paragraph and it's like, if it's a paragraph that I have to scroll, I don't read it. Never. I'll never read it. I look, I see key things, and I just go off that, and I only respond to that part.
Yeah.
My brain won't allow me to read something that is like 3 inches long.
Yes. I have another friend that does that, but he's so bad at covering his ass on it because like sometimes he'll like ask me a question or he'll whatever. I hate sending a long text message, but sometimes you have to like get all the details and everything across. Do you know what I mean? Like I hate having to send a big text message and they can look really big, really easy, but then it's also like, I don't know. So I will send that sometimes to this friend and I try to make it smaller and I try to make it more like split up or like to make it visually whatever. And I'm telling you, he'll respond to it. And then like 5 minutes later, will ask me a question again. And I'm like, no, I just said, look above, look above. And then he'll ask me something else. I'm like, look above, look above.
Are you talking about me right now?
I'm not.
I feel like this is
I'm not. I'm not talking about you at all. I'm talking about somebody else. I swear to it.
Okay.
Because you never done this.
Something that's like
you
important.
What?
If it's something that's like important, like work or the podcast or kids, whatever, I'll read it. But if it's somebody being confrontational with me or just like coming at me, like if I'm in like, I haven't been in one of these in a while, but like in a text fight, I don't read it.
Yeah, you just look for the keywords and pop off with them.
That's just like if somebody's arguing with me on the phone and sometimes I'm just like so over it, especially if I'm driving, I just turn my volume down. I don't even listen because I don't have the space for it.
Oh my. No, this friend is very different than that. Like I maybe have noticed it with you a teeny bit, but like nothing crazy. This friend, it is crazy. Like he'll be like, it'll be something simple and it'll be like, Madonna's performing at the Abbey on Saturday. And then it'll be like, he'll respond. I'm making this up fully. But like Madonna's performing at the Abbey on Saturday, and he'll be like, "Oh my god, like what day is she performing?" And
yeah,
I'm like,
no, that's annoying.
No, I said Saturday. Like, look at the message right above. And then it'll be like, "Wait, who's performing on Saturday?" I just said Madonna's performing at the Abbey on Saturday. Wait, where at? Where's that going to be at? The fucking Abbey.
It's annoying.
It's annoying.
Sometimes people trigger me so much. Like I have a little bit of anger issues. So I do things to keep myself calm. And one of them is I don't fully read the message. Well, one, my brain doesn't allow that. And yeah, two, like if somebody's going off on me on the phone, and especially if you're in my car, I'm just going to turn you down. And then I turn it up and I pick up keywords so I know how to do my rebuttal. And then I don't want to hear it. I don't have the type of patience for that. I just want world peace, man. Like, I can't fight. I hate fighting.
I will say, like, you will dodge a difficult conversation like it's the plague.
Yeah, because I don't want to have them.
I know.
don't want to have them. I avoid initiating difficult conversations. And sometimes I keep things to myself and allow myself and, like, tell myself to get over it before I'll have that difficult, like, discussion. Because I'm like, I can't.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about us though.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I'm not. Okay. I eavesdrop on my neighbors like it's a Netflix series. My neighbors fight constantly and it's better than reality TV. I literally sit by the wall with snacks when I hear them start. I've learned their entire relationship history, family drama, everything. Last week, I caught myself yelling, "Don't take him back," out loud in my own apartment alone.
Oh my God. Okay, I gotta say, as long as it's not too toxic, it's fucking entertaining.
It's entertainment.
I lived when I was in college, I lived in this shitty apartment, like basement apartment, okay? And then the neighbors next to me, we had paper thin walls. I could hear everything. And we were college students and they fought nonstop, throwing dishes, yelling at each other, like, fuck you, all just being nuts, okay? And then every single time there would be an insane fight, it would conclude in them just having the most wild, loud, very loud sex. And then they would be outside smoking cigarettes outside the door. And I'd go to leave and I would just be like, see them smoking cigarettes out there. And I'm just like, yeah, I heard all the fights. I heard the fucking bed frame banging up against the wall. And now you're having some after sex cigarettes. I know it all.
That's what inspired you to get into the toxic relationships that you were in, though. You learned through their example.
Exactly.
Like, I'd be like, hold on, wait a second. There's great sex at the end of this. I want this.
Yes.
I pick fights.
I'm talking, it was so fucking loud. I could hear every word they were fighting about. I could hear oh my God, the sex was so freaking loud. And they knew that I had to know because, okay, there was a couple times where we would be drunk at my apartment and we would yell things back. And then one time my friend was over and we were like pre-gaming before going out and it went down and I was like, oh yeah, girl, here it goes again. Here it goes. And I was like, just wait. Because as soon as they're done fighting, they're going to have like crazy sex. And then sure enough, it is so loud that it like, and they trying to have fun over at my apartment and it is so loud. It's like, how do you not address it? And so we started banging back on the wall and started making like loud, like sex noises back at the wall. And they didn't stop. They did not care.
Oh my God. It's like that scene from Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion, which is bang. She's like, oh, Ramon.
Yes.
Ramon, your penis. It's so good. Ramon.
It was like that. And I'm talking like, this is how like the close we were and thin we was is that like he used to pay half of my Wi-Fi bill because we would just split the same Wi-Fi.
Okay. I think that if your neighbors or somebody is giving you that entertainment, in the world that we live in, sometimes I do feel like the universe will offer you a gift. And that could be your gift. And you got to take it and not feel bad for it.
Exactly. I will say, in the apartment that I'm in now, and you've been there, I had people below me that moved in for a minute, and it was not entertaining. It was fucked up. And I had to like call the police.
See, no,
we don't want to go down there. It's negative, bad,
No.
whatever. No. And I was not about it. But do you know how outside my apartment there's that like guest house from the house beside my bedroom window? Right when the pandemic started, there was this couple that lived there. And it was not like they just bickered and fought all day long everywhere. Like it just never ended. And it was never bad. Do you know what I mean? It was never like super bad, but it was just them fighting nonstop. And it was the pandemic. We were home. There was nothing going on. And I was just like fully involved and enjoyed it. I remember posting like stories on my Instagram where I'm like, have the phone by the window and you can hear through the blinds, and I'm just like standing there with the phone like to record it for a video, and like people was all laughing about it. Like it became like a series in my stories of like the fighting crazy neighbors, and because it was so loud. And like that was crazy. And then the day that I saw the U-Haul back down that driveway, I was sad.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's your entertainment.
I know.
Now you have to pay for Netflix.
I know. It's like, God damn it.
And like, honestly, where are they now? I feel like those couples that fight like that, I feel like they have this unknown responsibility that should be known, that like they should send an update.
No,
like a
literally.
5-year later, hey, listen, we did split up. You know, like, oh my God, we should do another reality show of where are they now? And people track down the couples that they used to eavesdrop on and see if they survived.
Yes, like what's the tea?
Maybe if they moved towns and had that baby, maybe it did save their relationship. Who knows?
Oh my God. Here's what I think about that couple. I have a feeling that they're in Franklin, Tennessee. And I don't know. That's just my feeling. I feel like
it's time to go.
It was the pandemic. They were like, we're done with Los Angeles. We're going to Nashville. And every LA person
road trip and see.
Yes, and every LA transplant that goes to Nashville goes to Franklin, and so I would guess that they're there. They're there, and they knew that I was listening. This is the thing. I yelled out back at them a couple times. I got involved. So
then they owe you that.
Yeah,
they have a responsibility.
Yeah, there was a couple times where I yelled back out the window, and I'm like, "Hey, maybe this wouldn't be happening if you weren't doing that."
You were their therapist, Kyle. The least they could do is let you know if they're still together.
Exactly. Listen, and this nosiness runs deep in my bloodline. Okay.
Same.
My mom knows everyone's tea in my small town. Okay. My grandmother, she had a police scanner in her dining room. And she sat in her dining room all day, every day, and listened to the damn police scanner.
It's like Marge Simpson.
Right? Yes. This shit is in my blood.
Oh, well, I think this concludes us for the day, guys. I hope you enjoyed these confession. Make sure that you guys tune in to our YouTube channel so you can actually see us and see how adorable we are. And make sure, if you're not, follow our Instagram, our TikTok, and yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Okay, bye.